So this decade by Honorable Prime Minister Modi has been called the India Techade. And all the building blocks are in place, the rails have been set, the foundation is strong, and we are here ready to hear and grow. Now, India Techade, I will tell you 2-3 high-level statistical points which will bring this point to your kind attention. Currently, India is the 5th largest economy in the world, and the GDP is $3.7 trillion, which is poised to become $7.1 trillion by 2030, which is almost doubling of the GDP with an annual growth rate of around 6%, and we will be surpassing the Germany by 2026, Japan by 2027, and in between we will be hitting a 6 trillion mark by the year 2028. So these are the broad building blocks on which the India will grow, and all of us here collaboratively will contribute towards this journey. Of this 7.1 trillion, it is expected that digital and everything around digital will be contributing more than 20% directly. And for the balance 80%, there will be a digital play in everything, be it agriculture, be it manufacturing, be it services. So that will further be providing the multiplying impetus to take this forward. I will tell you a small incident here. One of the very senior executives of a top semiconductor company who has been serving there for 20-25 years was posted in the US, was posted in Singapore, and last year he came to India as country head. So people asked him, what happened? So he said, India happened. And that's what brought him back. So we also talked about brain drain, and these are some classical examples where the expats who have been out around the world trying to, chase greener pastures are now chasing the greenery in our own backyard in India. With this, I move to the second slide, please. There you are. India enjoys the largest demographic dividend around in the world. The average age is now the period of 2020 to 2050 will be the period in which the maximum young population will be a part of the workforce. The average age will be 37 years, and almost by the end of 2030, 1 billion population will be fruitfully employed and contributing towards this economic activity in the country. And more importantly, the country itself growing at around 6.5%. And the last quarter was a revelation that we grew at 7.4% in the quarter gone by. So these are the things which will contribute towards a larger economy, and this is our time to shine. This is Amrit Kal. This is democratic dividend. Next one, please. Now, for any digital transformation to take place, any digital activities to happen, fundamental infrastructure has to be in place. Infrastructure number one is mobile phone, smartphone. Second is internet. Now in India today, we have around 900 million users which will be there by 2025. 66% of the Indian population is having a smartphone in the hand. The average price of a smartphone is well below 10,000 rupees with all functions, all features. And India has, because of the scale, India is very proud to present the lowest data rate, which earlier used to be at around a very high, and now it is carrying 7 rupees per gigabyte. So all these, and India will be enjoying 500 million 5G connections by the end of 25. So all these will facilitate the digital. Next one, please. Now here you see, India has become the world's social capital. These statistics are alarming, very encouraging. We are number 2 by the number of internet users in the world. We are number 1 in terms of the YouTube viewers in the world. We are number 1 in WhatsApp, and before this, thrice we have been number 2 WhatsApp users in the world. Facebook number 1, Insta number 1, LinkedIn number 2. The only website or the only app where we are not in the top 2 or 3 is Tinder. So let us see how future has to augur for us. Now this is the incredible India stack, as we all talked about. When it comes to digital payments, when it comes to 94% of the people are enjoying the identity through the Aadhaar system. India is contributing towards the world's highest digital payment by terms of volume. Digital credit is going at 30% year on year. E-commerce grew 140% in the last 3 years. Logistics is estimated to grow at 50%. So all these things at the backdrop of Aadhaar, at the backdrop of internet, are contributing and laying once more the fundamental rails of the economy on which the digital mobile app revolution will grow from here. SaaS, software as a service, which is the ultimate product we all consume when we say digital, it is software as a service. You go onto a portal, you do something, you do a transaction, it's all SaaS. 50 billion is going to be the revenue of the SaaS by the year 2030. So this is how this whole thing is going to be moving. In terms of startups, we had 90,000 startups in 2022 versus 1,000 a few years back, of which 100 plus are unicorns already. So these are the points which draws my kind attention and yours too towards the fact that we are here to stay and grow, and these points are validation of the India story. AI. Now we have talked about AI from time to time throughout the journey of these sessions. So generative AI will change the face of software consumption forever. It is expected to be a $150 billion industry by 2027. And every application, every walk of life, the imagination is the limit. India has the largest AI-trained resource in terms of manpower. Infrastructure is lagging, which is the second part of my presentation, which I will come to later. Next one, please. Now you see, all this cannot happen by irresponsible consumption. So on that sense, we have declared a country target of net zero by 2070, 175 gigawatt of renewable already installed, and around 35 to 40 gigawatt is being installed as renewable energy per year. So while we grow rapidly, we consume power incessantly, and as a responsible country, we are creating the backdrop of creating renewable ecosystem in the country. So that's doing growth and being good to the society. The Data Protection Act will help management of data within India, restricting cross-border movement of personal data, creation of more secure data storage and processing. So this will get the necessary security in place. So we have talked about the growth parameters, we have talked about the sustainability, and this talks about the security. So fundamentally, India will acquire the status of being a safe data destination. And through this, at this point, I will take a pause and take a detour into history. What Infosys, Wipro, TCS type of IT organizations did in the 90s, that they were the IT services provider from India for the world. So we can be the cloud and the IT and the data center providers from India for the world with all this put together. And in our case, the good part is in the IT story, there was no local demand. Here the local demand is as much. So this will be a bigger story than the IT revolution which happened in the 90s. Now, behind every virtuality, there is a reality. Cloud is supposed to be a virtual service. You don't know where the cloud is, so you log into the mobile or your system and you do the transaction on the cloud. But the cloud resides at a physical building, at a data center. So because of the burgeoning of all the mobile app, of the SaaS, of the internet, which I spoke about, this has given a rise to the demand of data center creation in India. And today I'm very proud to say, and here are the statistics. Across the world, India has the largest number of data center footprint which is getting installed. The installed capacity has doubled in the last 3 years. By 2030, we will be around 3,000 megawatt economy, and it is data center capacity, and this is IT capacity. And it is assumed and forecasted that the generative AI will double it. So we will be in the range of 6,000 megawatt economy. Here are the numbers. India stands tall at 5170 megawatt total capacity, which is in pipeline, built, and in early stages of development. Compared to any other nation in Southeast Asia and Asia, you will be delighted to see, and this is what makes me proud, this is what makes India proud. Now, we are a preferred data center destination. We have a vast talent pool. We have extensive connectivity. Because of the telecom revolution in India, the fiber has reached almost every relevant place, and which makes data centers to grow and prosper very further. Ease of doing business, sir spoke about. Ample land and power infra. We are a power surplus country. Today, every company, every country is struggling to get power, and especially renewable power. And we are a good sunshine country, so we have power and renewable power. So which adds further to our India story. And the digital ecosystem in terms of talent pool, whether it is mobile phone, whether it is connectivity, whether it is data center, cloud, and all interspersed with security is the way to go, and we are really prepared. Now, Yotta is a company which got formed around 4 years back to serve this Digital India initiative, because we had envisaged this day come, and so this company was created, and we started out in Bombay with a 33 megawatt Tier 4 data center and one more campus in Delhi subsequently, and I will tell you more about our data center and the cloud journey as we go along. So we are a cloud provider, we are a managed service provider, we are a data center and a colocation hosting provider, and we are an ISP, internet service provider. So this is an end-to-end infra and software shop coming to you to serve the Digital India initiatives and helping country at large, customers at large, and we grow, you grow, everybody grows. And everything which we do is mostly offered as a service model. Now here is the Yotta stack. If you see the bottom chart, it says colocation and DC build services. So this is actually non-IT, which is making a building which is always on, fed with multiple lines of power, multiple lines of telecom, and uninterrupted power, high quality power, wonderful cooling, structural stability, in which the IT infra resides, on which the software resides, and connected to the internet. Coming to the next one, we have the network service and the cyber security layer, which is very important to connect these data centers, to connect these server farms securely. And these are all things which we offer to our customers as a service. Infrastructure and platform as a service, which comes to you as GPU compute as a cloud. When we are talking of AI, GPU is going to be the fundamental infrastructure required. And I am very pleased to bring to everybody's kind attention that, foreseeing the day in advance, the management of Yotta invested in a GPU farm 4 years back. And today we run one of the largest GPU farms in the country. And GPU as a service, high density compute as a service, high performance computation as a service, besides all the other vanilla cloud services, be it storage, be it server, be it computation, all the services are from the house of Yotta. And then comes the application. So we have a marketplace, we have hybrid computing, we have Oracle, SAP, OTT as a service, media asset management as a service. So these are the software products which the community can consume as a service. And at this point, I would like to announce that Yotta is going to start its own hyperscale grade made in India cloud, made by Indians on open source technologies, which will be inaugurated somewhere in the January of 2024, and which will compete with the large hyperscalers head to head, feature to feature. So, and this will be possibly be the only made in India, made by Indians hyperscale cloud. Today, when you say cloud, you look towards the West. So this is a cloud which will be physically residing in India, and whose IP, source IP, code, everything will be here in Delhi, in Bombay, in Calcutta, and so on. And which is a very proud moment, and I want everybody to look at us, and we will surely circle back to all of you when we launch this, and we look forward to your guidance, blessings, and support in this journey. Now, this is where we started. India's only uptime Tier 4 data center, second largest in the world, Asia Pacific's largest. It's a 33 megawatt facility outside of Navi Mumbai in a town called Panvel. We have a large city in which this building is dedicated, 7,000 racks, 33 megawatt IT capacity. And this campus is scalable to much, much more. It can run into hundreds of megawatt, provided there is a demand. So we are prepared to serve that demand when it comes. The second one which we created is just outside in your backyard at Greater Noida in Delhi. One of the top 3 hyperscalers in the world is a proud customer here. And this campus can have 6 buildings, almost 30 megawatt each. And it's a 20-acre campus, fully connected, power on, and it has an on-site substation to feed up to 200 megawatt of IT power. Now here is the footprint which I will tell you about our data center journey. We have a data center park in Mumbai. It has a capacity of greater than 600 megawatt. It is live. We have one in Airoli which is 4 megawatt. At Chandivali, we are putting up a data center park right adjacent to the biggest data center campus currently which exists in the country, which will be around 70 megawatt. In Gujarat, I am very proud to say that on 1st of December, around that date, we will be launching our data center in the gift city of Gujarat, which will be a facility of around 2 megawatt, and which will also serve to the data embassy kind of requirements which are coming in from overseas. In Delhi, which is this Noida data center park, which is 180 megawatt capacity live, top hyperscaler running. Mumbai, we are planning one more data center park in the heart of the Hiranandani township called Powai, which will be a 70 megawatt facility again. In Chennai, we have a 400-acre piece of land on which again 90 megawatt will come. In Bangladesh, we are exploring and taking baby steps outside of India. Bangladesh is the first foreign market. So we are setting up 2 data centers there. I mean, 1 data center with 2 buildings, 14.4 megawatt each. And edge data centers in 13 cities in the country. So this is the force beneath digital. So you have data centers, you have connectivity, then submarine cable system will anyway come from overseas. So we are also in ambitious plans to set up cable landing stations. We have beach facing land in some parts of the country. Balance is being arranged. And on top of that, the IT stack will sit as hardware and software. So these are our certifications. So every possible certification which is required from the security, quality, process standpoint is there. I will not run you through the list because you know it all. And that's from Yotta. So I welcome you on this journey aboard. I look forward to everybody's support while we launch our cloud as we expand our data centers. And all of you are welcome to come us and visit us at Bombay or Delhi as convenient. Let us know. We will arrange a site tour. And we will be very delighted to walk you through the aisle and show you what we have done and seek your blessings and support in our onward journey ahead. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. And thank you so much and have a good afternoon ahead. Jai Hind.
Requesting Shri Sunil Vatalji to please join us on the stage to felicitate Mr. Piyush Gupta, Business Head, Government and Global Yotta Data Services, for his amazing presentation.